Hey guys, I just want to talk about some things I want to take with me as I travel this summer, and I'm going to explain the reason for why I'm selecting all of these things. A thermometer is fairly helpful to have, especially if you're traveling with kids and they do not know how they're feeling. This will help you confirm whether or not they have a fever. Betadine solution. This is really good for cleaning minor scrapes and cuts and disinfecting them and making sure that the infection doesn't get worse. If you don't have betadine, you can also use some kind of alcohol spray. This has 70% alcohol in it, and this can multitask to sanitize your hands as well. Band-aids, of course. I love the fact that Band-aid is now providing Band-aids for people with different skin tones. Tums. This is pretty good if you tend to suffer from heartburn. If you can't find Tums, another good alternative is Rolaids. And again, I like to carry these things with me because, depending on the country that I'm going to, it might not be easy to find a pharmacy. Loperamide. This is for diarrhea. This I would recommend being careful with. There's a reason why we have diarrhea whenever we have an infection. Our body's trying to get rid of the germs, but I tend to travel to places, all over the world, and having this on hand after, I've drank water that might not be so clean is helpful. Another useful thing to have is clear eyes. This is good because my eyes are fairly sensitive, and sometimes whenever I'm traveling in a dusty place, my eyes end up looking red. This is a nice way to kind of clean them without getting my hands in my eyes and, increasing the risk of getting an infection. Another useful thing to have is Cepacol. This is good for coughs. I chose a sugar-free one just to show you guys that there are options for people who are diabetic. Dulcolax, again, this is a laxative. It helps you go to the bathroom if you don't know what that means. But anyways, in simple terms, sometimes you never know what you're going to eat and how it's going to react with you with traveling, so it's always good to have this on hand. Synacot is an alternative to Dulcolax. They're similar medications, but they have slightly different mechanisms of action. But again, they both help clean out your bowels. Another good thing to have is calamine lotion for insect bites, sunburn. It helps essentially soothe the skin. One thing I want to mention that I avoid is polysporin. We used to use this a lot to help kind of prevent infections from getting worse, but a lot of people are developing what we call contact dermatitis, or an allergy to the ingredients in them, and these antibiotics are not, they will do a decent job, but sometimes it's better to just clean the cut rather than placing an antibiotic ointment on it. And of course, Advil. Some kind of painkiller is good to have, especially if you develop a headache or joint pain. An alternative, if you can't take Advil, is Tylenol. This will not irritate your stomach or your kidneys. It's cleaned out by the liver, whereas Advil and cousins of Advil are more likely to irritate the stomach if you have a history of stomach bleed, and make the kidney function worse if you have a history of kidney problems. Reactin. This is also good for allergies. As an alternative, Claritin. So, of course, I'm not going to buy all of these things. I'm just going to buy some of these things to kind of have a little portable medicine kit as I travel. I hope you guys enjoy your summer. Take care for now. Bye-bye.